Hi, today we're going to talk about book reviews. Now, there are two different kinds of book reviews. All right, there's the kind of review that a reader would put on Amazon, for instance. You want lots of those. And there's reviews that you could actually put in your book or on the cover of your book. Now, these can actually be the same reviews, which is awesome, but we go about getting them in different ways. So if you want to have book reviews on your book, like on your back cover, which I highly, highly recommend, the reason why you would want them is because it gives you social proof. So if someone were to pick up your book and they turned it over, they would much rather listen to someone else describe their experience when reading the book or what they thought of it. These reviews are especially good from other people who the person who picked up the book would find credible. So it actually gives you credibility. So if you are writing a book that has some kind of, like for instance, when I wrote my diet book, I got some reviews from doctors. Okay, and I actually had a doctor write the foreword as well, just to add greater credibility to what it was I'm saying in the book, because I'm not a doctor. So if you can find celebrities or any high profile people that you could get to read your book and to put a review for your cover, it's awesome. Now you'll also see on some front covers on big published books, if they do have a celebrity quote, they'll even just take one line of it and put it right across the front of the book itself. That's great too. So Jack Canfield wants to give you a nice quote that you can put on the cover of your book. It's really, really helpful to help sell it. Now, that being said, you do not need to give these people your entire manuscript to get a review from them. In fact, it's kind of a lot of pressure. They feel like they got to read your whole book and then they got to give this big review. No, you literally can send them an overview of the book. You can send them your chapters. You can send them a couple of chapters, or you can send them a rough first draft. Wherever you are in the process, you can send to people and ask them if they would please. Well, what I do is I send them a note or an email and say, hey, would you be willing to look at my book and write a review for me? I don't tell them it's going to be on the cover, only because if I don't like the review and I don't want it on the cover, I don't want to feel obligated to them, right? So I say, would you write me a review by such and such a date? Would you have time? You don't need to read the whole book, but I'm going to send you something if you are up to it. And if I get an answer back from them saying, yes, I would love to, then I send it right away. And then I ask it for the review back by a certain date. Now, you could be doing this the whole time when you're writing your book, but especially when you've got something crafted that you can send people, then you can start getting those reviews. Now, I love collecting reviews. Use 3 to 5 of them on your back cover, if you like. Like I said, and I like to use different kinds of reviews. So maybe one is about the subject, and the other one is about how the person felt about it or what they learned from it. Okay, so you want to make sure your reviews are different so they appeal to different kinds of people, and so you can put those on your cover. If you've got an abundance of reviews, you can also put some on the inside of your book, which is great at the front or at the back. I love lots of things at the front. Remember those look inside pages. You get 5 pages. With Amazon, it's nice to have reviews in there as well. Okay, so when somebody sends you a review, you say thank you, and then you ask them, would you be willing to put this review on Amazon? Now, they can't put it on Amazon until your book is up. So even if your book has been in pre-order, no one can put in a review yet because theoretically they haven't got the book yet, right? And now here's the little trick with reviews with Amazon. So Amazon knows on an ebook if somebody bought the book, and they're called a verified buyer, okay? So they know if they bought it, and then they also know if they opened it, okay? So this is key. They're not going to put up the review if they don't believe the person well, if the person didn't necessarily buy it, sometimes they put those up. I've seen that, but they want verified buyers, and they want to make sure that you've opened it. So please ask your people. Okay, so let's back up. Now, so you've got these people who have already sent you a review and you love them, okay? And if they have a hard time writing a review, you could write one for them as an example and say, this is the kind of thing I'm looking for, so they can use your template. Or I've even had people say, will you write it for me and I'll just okay it. Okay, so that works good too for people who are super, super busy. But let's say they got you the review and they sent it back to you by email, and it's fantastic and you want to use it in your book, but you also want it to be on Amazon. Then you ask them, would you be willing to put this on Amazon and make sure that they have bought your book for the 99 cents, okay? And then once you've published your book and your book is up and for sale, then you get them, you remind them, please, and you send them a copy of the review because they might not have it anymore. You send them a copy of the review and say, great, you know, the book is up now. Could you please make your review? Make sure to open the book, look at it, and then put up this review. I would appreciate it so much. Now, I've literally had reviews taken down that seemed too personal. So what Amazon has said is, it seems like you know this person, and they don't want you know, your mom and dad be writing the reviews. They want strangers who have read the book and who are giving a good review. So just keep that in mind when you're choosing reviews. You don't want anybody like sounding like they're advertising for you, like, this person's really awesome, and when we spent Thanksgiving together. Not that you do that, but you know what I'm saying. Okay, so get them to put their review up on Amazon, so it'll get there, and you can keep checking it. It doesn't go up right away, just so you know. I mean, as soon as they push yes, it doesn't mean it goes right up onto the site. There's a little lag time. Amazon is pretending like they're filtering these things. Who knows? Okay, so that's it about reviews on your book. And you get, again, you don't need that until you're making a cover, like a hardcover, not a hardcover, but a cover where you're going to need a front and back. So for your printed version of your book, but you are going to want to get some reviews in Amazon, and as many as you can, as soon as you can. Okay, thanks.